to Jesus I surrender. All to Him I freely give. Now you have many alternative ways of playing these songs. Keep in mind, whenever I use a 1, you have the alternative of using a 6 instead of a 1, or a 3. All to Jesus, except at the beginning of the song and at the end of the song. Only then you have to use a 1, okay? All to Jesus I surrender, to Him I freely give. I will ever love and trust Him. In His presence daily live. I surrender. Or you could say, in His presence daily live. I surrender. That's a 3. We're not using 3 now, so we'll stick with 1. I surrender. I surrender. Oh. Here again you can use a 3. I surrender. I surrender. Remember, 3, E minor, is interchangeable with 1, except at the beginning and the end of a song. All to Thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender. Let's play that last line again. All to Thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender. Now here is a fancy chord you can throw in there. It's a passing chord also. All to Thee, all to Thee, all to Thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender. So all I did there was shift. All to Thee, my. Okay, I'm not sure what that is called. Okay, that's an augmented. That's called a C augmented. All to Thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender. I surrender. So what I did there, I surrender. Instead of coming to an E minor, I just used a I surrender. That's another thing you can play. Instead of hitting the C repeatedly, your number 1 repeatedly, I surrender. Oh. So instead of a 1, 1, instead of 1, 1, I go 1, augment 1. This is a variation of a 7th. Okay, this is note number 7, but I played I surrender. I surrender. So this is really a modified 7th, okay? A 7th that I changed. This is the way you play 7th normally. I'm sorry. This is normally is a C major 7th, okay? You see it on the screen on your left hand side of the screen, C major 7th. However, I can decide to take the B and play it at the top, and I will have, okay, they don't call it a C major 7, but it's exactly the same thing. If you notice, I'm using all the same chords. The only thing is, instead of playing the B down here, I'm playing it up here. Okay, now that's very awkward to hold. It's very difficult on the finger. So what I can do to make it easier on me, I leave out the C. It becomes an E minor. Remember our E minor, chord number 3? So that's what I end up having. This is a very useful chord. It's a very useful maneuver. and it comes in handy when you don't want to repeat playing your one. I surrender all. So you go, instead of playing this twice, you go, right? I surrender. Okay. The way you do it, you just simply shift the finger number 1, which is the thumb. You see me moving my thumb? That's the one you shift. Just shift it one semitone to the left. I surrender all. And with this, you can also throw in a chord there. I surrender all. I surrender. I believe that's an augmented. I surrender. So an augmented is can be used frequently as a passing chord whenever you're going forward this way. Whenever you're going this way, you can just augment. Okay? If you don't want to do I surrender all, you can just play your I surrender. Watch me augment with shift my G to G sharp. To augment means to increase. So you're just making the chord bigger. I'm sorry, you're making the chord a little wider by moving to the, see, it says A flat, but it's actually also called G sharp. Okay, I surrender all. Again, I augment. I surrender all. So you see what I did? Normally I would go using just my 1 4 5. I'll go 1 1 4 4 5 5 1. I surrender all. I surrender all. But with my passing chords, augmented passing chords, instead of hitting my chords 1 1, I hit 1 augmented, 4 augmented, 4 augmented fourths, 5 augmented, 5 1. So let's try that. I surrender. I surrender. Okay, that adds just a little bit of beauty to the sounds. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's very easy to do. You're only shifting the last finger, note number 5 of the chord. Okay, this is 1 3 5. I surrender all. I surrender. Or you can come back to your 1 over here. Lord, to thee, my blessed Savior. Hope you remember this. This is a diminished. Instead of moving the number 5, you move the number 1. Blessed Savior, I surrender all. But those are chords you can, the experts use, so you don't have to worry about those or rush to those. But you can try and practice them once in a while. So that's pretty much a simple way to play I surrender all.